We just finished building a landing page for one of the biggest creators in the health and beauty space. And in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how we did it. What's going on, guys? It's Spencer here. If you're new to the channel, I run a growth focused agency by the name of Easy A Media, where we help multiple 6 and 7-figure Shopify brands grow their sales profitably. So as I mentioned in the beginning, our team has just finished putting together an awesome landing page for none other than the man himself, Brad Mondo. For those of you who don't know who Brad Mondo is a hairstylist, entrepreneur, and social media star that has amassed a following of over 8 million subscribers on YouTube alone. I'm coming for you, Brad. And as a whole, is an incredible content creator and just a great person that our client Lifein has decided to partner up with and make a brand ambassador. So as a result of being a brand ambassador with our client Lifein, it has led to our agency being responsible for managing and optimizing all the assets that Brad creates for us. So in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what we've done with all this incredible content that Brad has created and showcase the strategies that we're using to continue to blow up this brand. And if you stay all the way to the end of this video, I'll be showcasing the exact processes that our team uses to ensure a high converting landing page every single time. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so as you can see, we're now looking at the video itself that Brad put together. Now, the first thing that I want to mention is none of this is possible without Brad just doing what he does best and putting together an incredible video for our client to use. It's safe to say that Brad absolutely killed this, and I'm not gonna lie, he definitely made our team's life a lot easier with the amount of effort and all of the incredible things that he did in putting together an absolute masterpiece of a video. Now, with that said, the first thing that our team did once we received this content from Brad is we got straight to work on creating 3 variations of this video for us to test in our Facebook ad strategy. Now, for those of you who've been following the channel, you've probably seen this ad before, but the first thing our editing team did was simply take the raw video that Brad uploaded, which was actually about 3 minutes total, and we simply just spliced together 3 different hooks for us to test in our DCT method. And as a result of doing that, we actually found out that Facebook preferred Brad's original version the best. Sometimes you just need to let creators create. The second batch of creatives that we then decided to test were just some shorter versions of the original video itself. We tried to chop them up to within 15 to 30 seconds tops. And as a result of doing that, we actually noticed that these original videos still continue to outperform, which kind of breaks that belief that sometimes people think if your video content is too long that people won't watch it, where the truth is, to quote Mr. Hormozy himself, that there's no such thing as content that is too long, only content that is too boring. But we're now in the process of actually creating another iteration of Brad's video where we're splicing it with some of our other user-generated content. And on top of that, our team is also working on some statics, leveraging some of the quotes that Brad has said as well. So all in all, that is how we have taken the content from Brad himself and used it to leverage inside of Facebook. Now let's go ahead and jump in and talk about some of the site optimizations that we've made. So alongside the video that Brad generated for us, Brad and his team were actually able to provide us some incredible static images as well. Now, while our marketing team continues to chop up and test more different types of ads with the content that he's provided, our CRO team did not waste any time getting Brad up onto the store. As you can see, the top 2 pages that we decided to optimize for were number 1, the homepage, which is obviously the most popular page for this particular client. And we've been able to leverage Brad right on the home screen and just have a very subtle and simple Brad Mondo recommends nice little call out there to improve the overall credibility, social proof, and trust on the homepage. Now, even if someone was to land on this page and they didn't know who Brad Mondo was, what that user will most likely do is search up who Brad Mondo is, find out that he is obviously a professional and a well-trusted person in the hair care space, and now feel so much more confident in actually shopping with our brand just based on who Brad is. So by putting him front and center on the homepage, up above the fold, that maximizes the overall proof that we can build with brand new users that come to our store and ultimately help convert more customers. Now, another place we decided to leverage Brad's content was on the actual product page itself. Now, as you can see, we actually just got done building these brand new awesome product pages for Lifein. And as you can see, our team went ahead and put together some custom imagery, which just makes it look incredible. And on top of that, as you scroll down, you will see the man himself, Brad, once again, front and center on our product pages. And the reason why we have Brad up close into the top right underneath the order form is for the people that are needing a little bit more information. They're actually able to scroll down and just watch the full Brad Mondo video itself. Now, one thing that's important to call out is that you'll see we don't actually link this to the YouTube page. We've actually just embedded this straight on the site. And the reason why we've done that is because we don't want people to leak and start binging Brad Mondo videos, although that may actually help build more social proof. What we want is them for to take action on buying our product. So if we inspect and go down to mobile, you'll be able to see that I can simply and easily watch this video on the product page and also easily click the add to cart button and continue shopping on the store. So at any time while I'm watching this video, if I like something that Brad says, or I watch enough to be convinced, I can now easily select this button, add it to my cart, and be gone and checked out on the website, which is ultimately what we want. Now, as a result of optimizing these product pages, optimizing the homepage to feature Brad, and ultimately tie in the content that he generated into our website, we've been able to see site-wide conversions increase by 17%. Now, for those of you that are receiving large amounts of traffic to your store every single month, you'll know that 17% is a pretty massive gain. Now, let's get to the part that you've been waiting for, which is how we actually designed and developed an influencer page that puts Brad completely on the spotlight. Now, again, it was so important for our CRO team to make sure we got those easy wins out of the way and got Brad featured on the homepage and put his videos on our product pages. But after doing that, it was really time to take it to another level. And that's exactly what we did by starting to build out our influencer page inside of Figma. And now just a few things that I want to call out. Number one, you'll notice that we actually have the ads pulled up right alongside our design page, so we know what we're actually talking about in this video and what Brad's actually talking about in the video, so we can incorporate some of those pieces into our page. The biggest thing that I'm going to stress here is you need to make sure that your ads and your landing pages are congruent, which is just a fancy word for saying make sure your pages are aligned. Now, in regards to the page design itself, I also want to call out that we built this mobile first. The reason why we built this mobile first is because we have the data that shows that there are way more mobile sessions, around 80% to be exact, that shop on Lifen's online store compared to desktop. So it's beyond important to make sure that when you're building landing pages for your ads or building landing pages for mobile heavy traffic, that you start mobile first. Now, as for the page design, you'll notice that this is actually more of a simplified or, kind of fancy collection page rather than, a direct response sales page. And the reason why we decided to do that for this page is because we noticed based on data, our collection style pages actually perform better than our sales style pages. So with that data in mind, we were able to construct a landing page that is more of a collection showcase style page that, as you'll notice, also references the reviews in case people need to double check and confirm that this is the real place and they're actually landing on the right spot. Again, treat people like they have no idea what they're doing. The other thing that I want to call on this page is the order that we actually have the Swifts organized. As you'll notice, this client has multiple variants of this dryer, and we have them in an order from most popular to least popular, and that is for a good reason. And that reason is because we understand scrolling fatigue, and we want the most amount of people to see our best selling products up top first. You'll also notice that in the video, Brad spends a lot more time talking about the SE rather than some of the other variants. So we were able to put that up at the top, as if someone is watching that video and likes the one that he's showcasing at the beginning, it's going to be important for us to get that up at the top for them to easily shop that product. Another thing that I want to call out we did really well on this page is we aligned all of the quotes with what Brad was actually talking about. So for example, here we can see Brad being himself saying, can we just talk about the sexiness of this thing? And if you understood one of the main selling points of this product, which is actually how it looks, those two work extremely well together as not only a selling point, but also a way to build social proof and credibility with Brad. And as you scroll down, you'll notice as we're talking about our drying variant that has all of the nozzles, that we incorporate a quote that is relevant with that. And on each and every single section, we're also calling out just all of the benefits of this product, right? Hair care essential, editor's choice, 5.5 times faster drying. And as you'll notice on each section, we customize those points to be relevant to the actual variant that we're selling. And at the very bottom here, you'll notice that we also then provide a graph that easily basically allows the user to see all of the different variations together, all of the specs that are associated with them, and a nice CTA for them to click buy now based on the one that they think is best for them. And as we get all the way down to the bottom, you'll notice that we have a nice little CTA here as well that says choose your dryer with 3 of our strongest selling points, and we're sending people off to our optimized collection page. And as you can see, we then built that over onto desktop, and that is the entire page. Simple, to the point. And now as you can see, this is the final product that we have. And what I love that our team did here is we actually incorporated Brad Mondo's signature as well. And we also did the little brand collab up here and actually introduced some of the branding and colors that Brad and his team wanted to see. It's so important to make sure that we understand the collaboration of this and not just try to take this over with our own branding and make it not look like Brad had anything to do with it. We want to make it look like Brad had something to do with it. Again, talking about that congruence from ads and from those users that are coming from Brad's channel, we want them to land on a page that screams, oh, this is definitely Brad. Now, one of the final things I want to call out, which I think is pretty cool as well, is you'll notice Hexclad here, which is a massive global brand, actually does a very similar thing to what we're doing with Brad right now, which is leveraging Gordon Ramsay, who is one of their main influencers, front and center on their homepage. And as you'll notice, they actually have a landing page dedicated to him as well. Now, I think our page is a little bit better because it's actually optimized for conversions. But the main thing is that you'll notice some of the biggest brands in the world are also leveraging this strategy, which means that it can be an incredible strategy for your brand as well. Now, am I saying you need to go find a Gordon Ramsay or Brad Mondo to endorse your products? Well, if you can, that's amazing. But the thing is it just puts more emphasis on the importance of your product and making sure that you have incredibly high quality products that people like this who have a big following and who know they're asking the goodwill of their audience to come and trust someone else, that just shows that they have confidence in these brands' products, which is ultimately my main takeaway, is that if you want incredible people and you want to execute strategies like this and work with some of the biggest people in the business, continue focusing on building products that are incredible. And these kinds of people, alongside a little bit of a payday, are going to endorse your products and help you create incredible experiences like this. Well, that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing, as I post videos like this each and every single week, trying to provide value to those of you who are building your Shopify brands. And if you currently are building a Shopify brand and are looking for the assistance of a growth team to help you take it further, I'd highly encourage you to book a time with me down below to get your custom action plan from our team. With all that said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you next week.